The wood studio came about in a conversation I had with Selwyn from Farm. 2 years ago, he was just telling me about the project that they were organising. Within that conversation, I think he had an idea of also asking students to work on a slightly different brief from the local designers and architects, and I think this was how the project came about. For this studio, there were mainly, in terms of the designing process, there were two main tracks. Students were asked to work on the wood matrix. And on the other track, the students were also asked to do research. Ultimately, they had to merge these two tracks together. So a very successful project would be one that uses the materiality of the wood to express the essence, a particular essence of the National Stadium.
I chose this project because there were two parts to it, which was the material from the National Stadium and the story. And so I thought it'd be interesting and challenging at the same time to marry these two together and to see what I could come up with. While breaking it down, it sort of reminded me of how the National Stadium was so hard and concrete and material, and how when it was demolished, and it's sort of like integrated into like a memory, just an intangible memory in the hearts of the people, or in the minds of the people. So it's sort of like parallel with what I'm doing with the wood, which was hard and material, to something fragile like paper. And also because like memories are fleeting, paper would sort of like give you something material to associate the National Stadium or help you remember the National Stadium.
The National Stadium meant quite a bit to me because when I was in secondary school, I used to run for the school competitively. And so we used to go there for training, we used to go there for warm-ups and everything, and then obviously for the competition. So I kind of felt at home sometimes when I was there. And also in primary 5 when we went there, all of us went there as kids to watch the National Day Parade, and that was pretty amazing. It's something very personal because something that you have in a pencil box, something you have at home to use to write down things that you want. And I also hope that they see it as, every pencil could be a kind of memory that, whoever picks it up and whatever you do with it, it becomes an individual expression of whatever you're going to write down. It's going to be different from everyone else.
Hopefully when Singaporeans look at my project, they come to realize how young our Singaporean heritage is and how individual nostalgic experiences are unified across gender and race, bringing us one as a nation. When I started off with the matrix, I was just kind of looking more at the physical aspects of the wood rather than the meaning of it. And as I developed my matrix, I started thinking more about the stories and the experiences of the National Stadium. And I realized that it's not just about the experience of the stadium, but it's about specific events that took place at the stadium, which is where I started to look at, the ice cream patong and the ice cream man, and how that was also an experience at the National Stadium.
Tree rings are actually like a historic record of memories. The tree rings actually grow smaller over time through the different layers. So it speaks of how memories fade and details are lost sometimes, which are inevitable.
I think to some extent, we felt the excitement all over again, and I think that is something precious to Singaporeans, and certainly, something that we hope that the new National Stadium, with all its technological advances, could also encompass this feeling of identity and of being a Singaporean.